Assalamu alaikum. This is the module 1 of Jolly Grammar intensive course. It's going to help you in deciding how and when and which book is available and how you can use it and what is the proper way of doing it. Of course, Jolly Grammar comes after Jolly Phonics, and here we have got some major discussion points over here. Teaching steps and stages, grammar sample lesson, grammar actions, grammar games and songs, and we'll also discuss how you can assess students. So here we know that in the first level, level 1, age 2 plus onwards, we start introducing letter sounds. And you can start from the age of 2 as well, but it's not like that you are teaching them how to write, how to form letters, but you just introduce them with the letter shape and the vocabulary. This is in the level 1, and then comes at this age of phonics program, age 4 to 5, the perfect age for a child to know all about the concepts of phonics and the related areas. Okay, and we can see that here we have got grammar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 till age 11. It is also very important to understand that you can start grammar 1 from age 6 as well. So in some schools they drag phonics program from age 4 to 6, and then at the age of 6 from grade 1 onwards they start grammar 1. Let's have a look at all of these aspects of grammar 1. In the grammar book you have got grammar 1 pupil book, handbook and the teacher book. All of those things are very important because in the grammar 1 pupil book you have got all the concepts ready for the student. In the teacher book there is lesson planning for all the lessons, all the days, all the concepts. In the grammar handbook comes in contact when you want to have some extra resources, photocopyable, some worksheets, some dictation sheets. You can get the printout from this handbook. So this is the weekly planning. In the day 1 you go for the spelling lesson. In the grammar books you always have two types of lessons. One is for spelling and one is for grammar. Second day, maybe Tuesday, grammar when a new week is starting. Then on third day you introduce reading comprehension concepts, and you told them to design different uh, characters, talk about characters, and they can answer the questions or fill the blanks. Day 4 creative writing, and day 5 can be the revision and assessment day. This is how you can imagine that the knowledge of the grammar builds up their skills of reading and writing. In the first, we just introduce the nouns, then they come at the phrase level, and then they come at the clause or sentence level. Gradually, they are expanding their vocabulary and sentence structure. Sound knowledge combined with vowel schemes. Let's have a look at the vowel scheme, that how it works. In the first phase, they are short vowels. You can introduce them, you can revise these short vowels again with this activity. A at the side of the box, a, edge of the box, e, in the box, o, on the box, under the box. You can use both of your hands for this purpose, because when you use your body language, and such activities are very much hands-on, very much practical, and the children love doing such actions. They enjoy instead of just saying A, E, I, O, U or the short vowels. Okay, let's have a look at this short video.
Right, my friend Inky Mouse here is going to help us learn our short vowel sounds. So can you hold up your hand? Okay, we're going to start with our thumb and do what our short vowel sounds are. A, E, I, O, and up. Right, and to help us remember, Inky has got some actions. Now if it's A, Inky is at box. Okay, and you do that with your hand. You can make your hand, one hand box, and the other hand inky, and put inky at the box, okay, for A. Next one, E, inky is on the edge of the box. So you again pretend one hand's box and you can have inky wobbling on the edge of the box. Right, I. Where do you think ink is going to be for I? In the box. Alright, and again, you can put inky in the box. A, E, I, O. O. Inky is on the box. Doing a little dance. And for A, inky is under the box. So you can put your inky under the box, being careful not to squash her. Okay. So we can use those actions. If I call a word out, you think which short vowel is in it, and then you do the right action. So if I call the word bed out, which short vowel has bed got in it? B, D. Which short vowel has it got in it? Okay, so inky will be on the edge. Can I see you making inky wobble on the edge of your box? Marvellous. Right, what about run? Run. No, where will inky be? Under the box. Rat. Inky's not very keen on rats. Rat. She's at the box. Which one has oh, I know which one we haven't done. Pin. Inky is in the box. And what about the word box? Where will Inky be? She'll be on the box. Well done.
Okay, so you can also use any other toy if you do not have this puppet. You can use any other toy and the box, and you can have the children say the words or do the actions. Okay, then you can also introduce them Y as the vowel sound. Now this is a clock, a timer of 5 vowel sounds. Gradually you move toward the long vowel spellings, short vowels, Y concept, long vowels, and then we have got alternative vowel sounds. Alternative spellings are here in this complete hand. So you gradually introduce these vowel program in the Jolly Forest program, and this is again strengthened in the Jolly Grammar program. With the Vowel Forest, you can also discuss that how you can understand these sounds, and gradually the students start making up their own spelling patterns. But it comes gradually, not very quickly. Other vowel sounds are R control vowels like sound, air sound. There are other alternative spellings are there, words ending with E. You can also talk about those words and the schwa and level the stress. All those things are discussed in grammar programs. जो चीज़ें आपको कंफ्यूज करती है और आपको लगता है कि यार इसके स्पेलिंग कैसे बनते होंगे, इसके फोनिक्स से हम इसको कैसे पढ़ाएंगे, all of the answers to your queries are there in the grammar program. In the grammar lessons, we are going to see the sentence writing, parts of speech, verb tenses, punctuation, dictionary work, vocabulary work, and proofreading. Whereas in the spelling lesson, the format is different. If you are seeing that in the grammar lesson, the spelling is introduction, main activity, grammar sheet, extension activity, and rounding off with some actions. Let's have a look of the action: proper nouns, common nouns, and verbs. In the Jolly Grammar program, you teach through games, colors, songs, and actions. It's not like definitions of nouns and verbs and adjectives. So let's have a look at this small video.
Sarah plays cricket.
So you can give them sentences So they would tell you that what are the nouns, what are the verbs, what are the adjectives through actions and not through definitions, which are not going to help them in any way. So this is the parsing activity where they look at the words, understand their position, understand their grammatical aspects, and then color them, underline them, or write them which parts of speech is this, instead of the definition method. So again you can give them these substitution tables. In this table we have got noun, we have got a verb, and we have got object over here. You can also talk about the position, and you can give them some songs as well.
In your sentence, can you use a noun? Yes, and I can write it down. One for an object and one for a name. One for a place or date. Now you do the same. Common nouns are everywhere you look. Objects like a chair or book. If it's one to touch or see, a common noun it will certainly be. Proper nouns are something we do. A person, place, or date, or game. Choose a name that you like better. Start it with a capital letter. In your sentence, can you use a noun? Yes, and I can write it down. One for an object and one for a name. One for a place or date. Now you do the same.
So through these songs and rhymes they understand grammar, parts of speech in a far better way. What is the grammar controversy?
In the first year of Jolly Phonics, the children are expected to learn 42 letter sounds, followed by 22 alternative spellings, form the letters correctly, blend words that use known letter sounds, segment and write words and sentences from dictation and independently, read and spell 72 tricky words, and read decodable books. This gets the children off to a flying start. Once a child can read and write relatively easily, then it is important to strengthen other literacy skills, namely more complex comprehension, vocabulary, spelling, punctuation, dictionary work and grammar. The Jolly Phonics grammar handbooks have been developed to provide these skills. The same multisensory and active approach has been used to make the learning more interesting and effective, such as providing actions and colours for the parts of speech. For example, the nouns are black, pronouns pink, adjectives blue, verbs red, adverbs orange, conjunctions purple, and prepositions green. You can also see that there are actions for the parts of speech, and they are shown in the boxes. The grammar, spelling and punctuation programme extends throughout the primary years until the children are 11 years old. There are 5 handbooks, which will soon be 6, consisting mainly of reproducible activity sheets for 2 lessons a week. Now, each lesson is designed to be about 1 hour in duration, and materials are provided for 36 weeks. So here we have the spelling and the grammar. Generally speaking, the Phonics Handbook covers the first year of teaching and is followed the next year by the Grammar 1 Handbook. At the end of the first year of Jolly Phonics, it is important that the majority of the children have learnt the letter sounds, automatically blend unknown words, and write confidently. They should have developed a good phonic knowledge. Now, circumstances around the world vary a great deal,
And if the majority of the children in a class are not confident with reading and writing simple decodable text, then it is better to delay the start of the Grammar 1 handbook and concentrate on improving the basic reading, writing and phonics skills that the children should have learnt in the first year. The first grammar handbook is similar in format to the Jolly Phonics handbook. So here is the contents page, which lists what is taught each week, and followed by useful information about teaching the grammar and the spelling. Teachers know very well that some children take longer to learn new information, and that it is important to always revisit and practice what has been taught. And this applies particularly to the digraphs that were taught in the first year of teaching. Which is why one digraph is revised virtually every week in the spelling lesson. And here is the SH digraph for the sh sound, and it's being revised. Opposite the children's activity page are the lesson notes for the teacher, and the first part of the lesson is a revision exercise of all 42 letter sounds. And then the main point, in this case, making a list of words that use the SH spelling of the sh sound. Then instructions for what is needed to complete the spelling sheet. And then in each lesson, the dictation is included, and there are 6 words and 3 short sentences which are concentrate on the focus digraph. Lastly, there is a spelling list of 10 words for the children to take home and learn. Now, these words should also be practiced at odd moments during the week at school. The first 2 in the list are really easy. The children just listen for the sounds and write the letters for those sounds. Now, the third one has a consonant blend in it, which makes it slightly more difficult to hear all the sounds, as with clap, k, ul, ap. Then the next 4 spellings are simple and use the focus letter sound. For the 8th and 9th words, the tricky words are revisited, starting right from the very first ones, with more emphasis on accurate spelling. And lastly, there is a challenging longer word that is regular and relatively easy too. The other 35 spelling sheets follow the same format, revising the digraphs. Now, the other lesson in the week is the grammar lesson. As the children are young, the word grammar is used broadly and includes punctuation, alphabetical order, doubling rules, dictionary work, as well as parts of speech. The aim over the years is to bring some more conscious control over the clarity and quality of the children's writing, which later will help them understand more complicated texts and learn foreign languages with greater ease. The first lessons revise the formation of the capital letters and provide the children with a simple understanding of sentences, what they are, that they should make sense, start with a capital letter and end with a dot, which is known as a full stop in the English version of the handbook and a period in the American version. Then the children are introduced to proper nouns. There is an action for them, and the colour linked to them is black. The colours are useful for identifying the parts of speech and are the same as those used in Montessori schools. So here are the lesson notes for the proper nouns, starting with the main aim, then introduction and main point. For this lesson, the children are learning that special names, such as their own names, the name of their teacher, school, road, town, hospital, etc., are always written with a capital letter at the beginning. They are known as proper nouns. And for the first 2 years, there are big books to support the teaching. This is the proper nouns page, you can see here, with difficulty. And here are some other pages. There is an action for a proper noun. It is to touch your forehead with 2 fingers. And this is the same action that is used for the word name in British Sign Language. Teachers can then ask the children to give them one of these. and the children provide several proper nouns. Alternatively, the teacher can call out words, and if it is a proper noun, the children can do the action. It helps to keep the children active and interested. The colour for nouns is black. Now, this enables the children to start learning to parse, which is identifying the parts of speech. They look at a sentence like this top one. Javid attended Hillside Primary School, and underline the proper nouns in black. Now, Javid is his name, so he needs a line underneath him. It also needs a capital letter because it's the beginning of the sentence. And Hillside Primary School is the name of the school, so that needs a black line underneath it too. Later on, after the children have been taught more parts of speech and their colours, then they can identify more words in sentences. Like this one, she looked carefully for the silver coin. Now, the first word is the pronoun, and that needs to be underlined in pink. And the next word is a verb, the doing word, to look, looked, and that needs a red line underneath it. Then, is there an adverb describing it? Yes, there is. Carefully. She looked carefully. How did she look? So that is underlined in orange. And then the noun is the coin, coin. Now, is there a describing word? Yes, there is an adjective. It is a silver coin, so that needs to be underlined in blue. And then lastly, the word for is a preposition. It is a word that enables the pronoun to link to the noun and should have a green line underneath it. Traditionally, the teaching of grammar has been thought of as being too difficult for young children. In our experience, this is not true, particularly when the children, like those using the Jolly Phonics grammar program, are taught in a fun, active and multisensory way, starting with simple aspects and gradually progressing to the more complex ones. It is important to keep the teaching simple, use the step-by-step progression, and frequently revisit what has been taught, which is why it is advisable to follow the order of the teaching in the handbooks. For example, the nouns need to be known before the adjectives because the adjectives describe the nouns. Also, older children cannot be expected to start the handbook that is appropriate for their age if they haven't been taught the concepts and knowledge in the previous handbooks. So if a teacher is expected to teach Grammar 3 to the 8-year-olds, it will never be effective if the knowledge in the previous 3 handbooks has not been taught before. In the Jolly Learning Catalogue here, there is information for teachers wishing to have a more detailed training in the Jolly Phonics grammar program.
Okay, so let's have a look at the other thing of spelling lessons, because we have gone through the detailed ideas given by Solar. Thank you for this video. And now let's have a look at how we can look at the spelling lessons. In the spelling lessons, we have got reinforcement of the knowledge covered in the phonics program, for example diagrams, alternatives and tricky words. And then there is the extension of phonics knowledge, यानी कि जो कुछ उन्होंने पहले से phonics program पढ़ लिया अब उसको ज़्यादा से करवा के बताया जाएगा. New spelling patterns, consonant blends, short vowels and syllables. Now as it is well explained in the video कि यहाँ पर किस तरह से डिज़ाइन की गई है बच्चों की लिस्ट, स्पेलिंग लिस्ट है, और बच्चे इनको याद नहीं करेंगे बल्कि क्लास में डिक्टेशंस के लिए इनको यूज़ करेंगे. So this is how their spelling knowledge is built from words till sentences. So if you have any questions and queries, you can contact us anytime.